tip-off opening night. Let's check out the starting lineups. First for the Nets, Deron Williams and Joe Johnson. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Pierce, and it's Garnett in at the power forward position. Just over 2.5 bar in the first quarter. Pierce kicks to Lopez. Outside Williams takes a three. Shot's good. Williams has got 5 now.
Well, he's a spot-up shooter, one of the best. One of those guys who, if you give him an inch, I mean, that's all it takes. He will let it fly and frequently knock down that shot.
And what he can do with the ball in his hands borders on miraculously ridiculous sometimes. He's broken a few ankles in his day, that's for sure. The Nets had a really solid debut season in Brooklyn last year in trading for Joe Johnson, but they also made some small adjustments that paid off for him as well.
Clark, as you thought they would just be a top-heavy team with their starters doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but they got contributions from all around.
Well, they didn't have big-name players on the bench, but they had some guys like Blotch and Evans who were kind of under the radar, but came in and played very well for this team a year ago. Now, of course, you got big names across the roster for the Nets.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I had the chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
And thanks for that story, Doris. On the clock, fires from the wing. The shot's good from Lopez.
You know, even though he's older and won't be putting up points in the mid-20s like he once did with regularity, when you talk about clutch shots and somebody you want to take clutch shots, Paul Pierce is still one of your guys.
The shot's good from lights out. Nets trail by 3. Here's Williams, 5. It's Pierce with the drive. Here's Kirilenko. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Kirilenko's got his first points of the game. Going back to Pierce's offensive game, one of the most versatile one-on-one scorers in the game to this day, Steve.
Yeah, he can score inside, out, in between, and a very smart passer as well. Plays the game with a great pace. He's just got so much strength and rhythm to his game that he sort of does whatever he wants out there.
And gets his teammates involved as well. Outside Williams. Dishes it to Johnson. And it's lights out with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
You know, you look at Paul Pierce, and his body doesn't speak strength because he doesn't have a ton of definition, but you watch him finish against bigger players on a consistent basis.
Williams dishes to Johnson. And unable there to... And Pierce, 6'7", 235. He uses that size and strength. Always has. A good rebounder, tough defender. He has been this wonderful player.
Yeah, and you think about his matchups against LeBron James in the playoffs over the years. Pierce, one of the few wings who wasn't overpowered by James. Just a sign of how strong he is.
You know, the Cavs have been very mindful of remaining flexible in terms of the salary cap. And when you do this, you set yourself up to perhaps make a big splash in free agency at some point, and you know what's coming. They might have a chance to re-sign LeBron in 2014 with how they're...
Now Varejao inside. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Luol Deng is checked in for Bennett. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Lopez passes to Pierce. Leads him in there. A beautiful reverse layup. Kirilenko's got his second basket of the game. And that had been the rumor for a while. The Cavaliers looking to maybe mend some bridges and bring LeBron back in the mix when he hits free agency next year. Their books are certainly in order for it, Steve, and it might happen.
Hey, you never know. I mean, nobody expected LeBron to leave in the first place, so why not give yourself an opportunity? You are in his backyard in terms of LeBron's hometown, so I like what the Cavs have done. They've added young team flexibility just in case.
Kevin Garnett has checked in for Brook Lopez.
You look at the Joe Johnson trade for the Nets. They picked up his max contract from the Hawks, committing $80 million over 4 years, but last season, his lowest point output in over a decade, a down season overall. But hey, there's a lot of talent on this team. He's not expected to score as much anymore.
And for the Nets, they started the season doing some of the offensively for Joe Johnson that we saw in Atlanta, Clark.
And even with the most efficient individual scorers, that's not usually the way to go offensively over the long haul. With Joe going through a bit of a lull in terms of his shooting percentages, I thought they might have been better served to anchor the offense around Brook Lopez inside.
For Cleveland, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And up and down season for the Nets were just more of the same. They ended up getting knocked out by the Bulls in the only first-round matchup that went to 7 games.
Well, back to the Nets in the playoffs. They lost a game at Barclays early and looked to be on the ropes down 3-1 after 4 games, but they did well. Chicago enforced the game 7.
What a strange series that was. The Bulls made that miracle comeback behind Nate Robinson in 1 game and then ended up going on the road to Brooklyn and winning Game 7. What a disappointment for the Nets in their debut season in Brooklyn.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, Andre Kirilenko.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's the first game of the NBA season, but on the halftime report, we're already in midseason form. The Cavaliers have the lead out in Quicken Loans Arena against Brooklyn this season on the
Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Teague. He feeds it to Thornton. Passes it to Lopez. To the middle. Toledovich. Varejao grabs the board.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard said.
Yeah, it's not typical. I mean, they have been really dominant on the glass.
And another miss by Cleveland. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Thornton. He's guarded closely. Teague kicks to Thornton. Pass to Toledovich. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Varejao's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place.
At the line for your Cavaliers, it's out. 2 shots.
That free throw good from lights out. And the Nets making a change here. Both free throws good from lights out.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Here's Williams. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Nets lead by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
Nothing like NBA action. So come out to a Cavaliers game and enjoy the show. Tickets are available to see Lights Out.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, trailing here by 8. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in back.
And the Nets making a change here. Williams is checked in. 47 seconds left in the fourth. With the lead pass, and Paul Pierce with the slam.
And the crowd here, of course, not happy about the outcome. But you know what? We saw a team tonight that came in prepared to do battle on the road, and they clearly wanted to win.
You know, they were determined to steal this game, and they showed it and got the job done.
Brooklyn's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Lopez. Good. The nice assist for Williams. And the Nets lead by 9.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now, thanks to this.
I'm firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. That's good. So they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. G passes to Lights Out. Offensive rebound. From deep. Connects from downtown. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he can't get either to fall. The three. No good. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
With your first ever NBA game behind you, what does the future hold for you in this league?
I don't know, but I'm excited to find out, man. I feel like I was born to play in this league, and I'm only now just getting started. There's so much to learn, though, man. So many little things for me to figure out. And I can't think of a better place to be doing it than on this team. Coach has been great, and my teammates have been such a huge help already. The fans are amazing, too. Hopefully we can make some good things here. I definitely look forward to the opportunity.